Hi everybody, Vancouver is awesome. So I'm making this video for all of you before I come out there. So when you see me out there, you'll be able to scan the QR codes and come home and look through the stuff I've got ready for you, like this video. So I'm gonna really quickly just stay focused with why do I have this mug up in the picture? Well, because I want to end the writer's strike, or the unison strike between America and Canada, and I want to give a really big clue as to why it's happening and how I am the person that can solve it all. I am making a squad call. I am a writer, and for some reason the press, the papers, the news stations, politicians around Justin and his 2 terms in office, no one was willing to help me. They wouldn't tell stories about me. They wouldn't report about me. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't tell him about me. They all kept saying that I wasn't famous enough yet. I didn't know that the news and press was only about famous issues, right? If it's not a big enough matter being talked about, like gossip, then it isn't a matter and we won't talk about it. I thought in my day, news was when a person's like, oh, I need help with something, this is important, it's urgent, and they could just go to the news station, park their car, or get off the bus and walk to the building, open the door, come in and say, I need to talk to a reporter. And they actually do get to talk to a reporter, and then they tell the story, and the reporter's like, okay, you're right, that's good, and we'll air that tonight at 6 o'clock. Apparently those days are long gone. So I've had products in my time that I've been doing this across Canada that I've wasted for sale that nobody would even help talk about, promote, show pictures of, or have others wear samples of and walk around in, or anything else, so that I could make the money I need to put the gas in the tanks, so essentially, for me to drive that car to a place where there's more money, more gold bars, and more ability to do more to help people make money, have work, and build a bigger foundation and career to make the difference that affects everybody in a better way, where you don't have to go on strike over the issue because you have somebody who has an option that making everything possible for everybody so we can all be happy and work. So my company's name is called Future Productions, but my YouTube channel is just called I Am Just Jen, because I started this channel way back in the day, like dinosaur, and under the dinosaur clause I should have been allowed to stay a creator. I had money coming in, I was making videos, I even have a thing from YouTube that shows the information for my money. I had almost made my second $100, and then time passed and they sent announcements out to say that people have to follow new rules to become creators to keep making money. So they have kept my money, which in the stock market makes their YouTube stuff look like it's worth more than it is, because they're actually holding on to people's money. They're freezing the funds. They can't actually spend it, but they have it and it looks like it's in their account and it's theirs. So that's a problem. I have now got to fix that issue. So I have got to get 300 subscribers to my YouTube channel at I Am Just Jen to get the $1,000 followers minimum to continue creating, to make videos from home, which will help people. And part of that is Future Productions, the production company, as a writer, me calling to people about who's got writing, video, music, art, editing, formatting, publishing experience, right? That can join the squad in helping to build a future for everybody, for Future Productions. And so I'm making videos, posting them up for people to see, learn more about me and where I'm going with this. I'm going to put this down now, and help others be able to make a living at an amount they can be happy with, go back to work, enjoy what they do, because the point of the arts is to enjoy what we do. And if we're not enjoying what we're doing, then something needs to change. So if old Hollywood rules are not working anymore, and the people that created them 7 decades ago, before this technology was around, are all gone now, then we need to work together to change that. So the other part of this video and my mission is that I need to get famous enough for global television, CTV News, CBC, radio stations, local zines, and other magazines to write about me, so I can help the strike end and give people money. As a writer, I just want to show you guys some of the stuff I've done in the year that I've been back. So I work as a writer. I write free for Carnegie Newsletter. I have also started working with and been writing for the Right to Food Zone, and the funding for this is going to be coming to an end soon by Neighborhood House, and I need partnership and funding to keep it going, to make it free for those that need it. And the issues around food is everyone's right, so it's important. I'm looking for submissions. I'm looking for artists and other people that can help with content and design and editing, and places where we can print and publish. So I'll have these out with me that people can come and get some free copies of. And then, of course, I write poetry. And so some of my recent stuff is just really, really good and needs to be generated to places where more attention can be brought. And one of them is about Smallville, Clark Kent, right? Lana Lang, and of course everybody knows that's Kristen Cruick, who's a Canadian actress, and that the TV show was shot here in Burnaby, and that Tom Welling, the actor Tom Welling, tall, dark, and handsome, played Superman and lived here once upon a time where they made the show, and I'd like to go back to work on the set, but I wrote a poem that sort of connects the character and the work of the story, and it would be a good thing for this to reach Tom, so he could read it, so we could figure out what to do for Clark. That being said, it's because I am the writer of the Smallville reunion movie. It's a 2-part movie, and it has been ready to be read by Tom, by all the people that were originally on that show, and much of those people probably live here in Vancouver that were part of making it. Has been ready to read since 2020. This is the first half, and no one is going to get to read the second half until there's money for this one. And it shouldn't have been left this long to go without reading. So this strike that's going on for writers and Americans is necessary, because there's work, and the work's going to make enough money to make everyone happy, and they're going to be happy to go back to doing what they're doing. And there's nothing wrong with being a Canadian, and there's nothing wrong with being a woman in Canada making movies that are titles that big. And then fast forwarding to a bigger movie, which goes back farther. This is another story with Joe Fox and Kathleen Kelly, which happens to be a second part to what was originally known as You've Got Mail. Now, this is already with the copyright laws in Canada. It is with the Writers Guild of Canada. And originally, it was a play done like decades and decades ago, titled something completely different. And then the writer that wrote the screenplay for You've Got Mail that became a successful movie has passed away also. So I have done everything right by changing the title and making a brand new story using those characters, and making sure people know that the original story was a play, which nobody has the rights to today in order to conflict with me making this. Most of this is shot here, but this movie's been ready to make for 10 years, double 5. That's a long time for people refusing to read the script. But I don't have to submit my work in a formulated way today, where I have to then be forced to sell my work because you give me a flat rate for a certain amount of money and then run away and make a bunch of money. Today I want the squad to help me start a production company, get the company team we need for producers and writers and all that stuff to make these movies ourselves and keep the funding in Canada, keeping our country running and operating and making money for everyone to be happy, and setting a new standard where writers don't have to sell every part of who they are and everything about them in order to make a living and build a career and get somewhere. So with all of your help, when you see me out there on the streets, you can come and watch this video and know why I'm out there and be able to do your part. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is free to do so. Click that bell. Go to my Vocal page through the QR code that you've scanned when you were there. And also sign up, which is free there also, and follow my page there. And I need about $15 to finish making my first $100 on Vocal, so I'm officially making money through that personal self-employed form of subsidiary income, which all of us like the idea of doing forever. And also with being able to do that, you can sign for like a monthly pledge of whatever amount, from 1 penny to whatever you want, and tell others to follow there as well, so I can make more residual income from that. And also by doing that, you're helping make it possible for me to do residual income from the YouTube channel, which turns around at some point and it helps me to pay my squad, which is the beginning staff we need. And ultimately it will lead to meeting with Justin Trudeau, which I've been trying to do for the 2 terms he's been in office, because I have ideas, I have answers for things that we need, that he would love, and he would probably go into action and do right away after hearing it, so people could say, hey, he is a good guy and he was worth voting for, and now what he's doing makes complete sense. And because I want him to save door-to-door mail forever, I don't ever want to lose the option of having kids go to the window at the winter time and making faces in the glass when it's cold outside, waiting for Santa Claus to write them back when they sent Santa a letter, and wait for the mailman all excited, because that's just every kid's right, and we can't lose that. It's enough that we lost pennies from our system, dollar bills, $2 bills. Like, let's not overdo it here. Too much change sometimes is just too much. So if you see me out there on West Georgia, Granville, somewhere at the table, don't be shy, talk to me. If you're part of the ACTRA madness strike thing, and you want to approach me on how we can go about not being in strike, or how we can reach any of the people from Smallville, or the You've Got Mail movie, and all the other work I have, I got lots of it. Go ahead and talk to me, and I'll see you guys when we get out there together. So come see me, come talk to me, come get to know more information, and watch my videos. Please and thank you. I'm signing out, Superwoman, aka Jennifer Cooley, as the rest of you all know. And as I close, I will make a confession. My actual birth name is not Jennifer Cooley. I was born Jennifer Suzanne Norfolk. I come from the UK. We have like 400 years of Welsh history. We come from royal line, Lady Mary Ayres. Don't ask me how to spell her name. It's my grandmother's grandmother, I think. She fell in love, married a man for the right reasons, didn't follow the trend of marrying within royal line, lost her inheritance, and so she stopped using the title. But you don't really lose that title. It doesn't matter how many generations there is. I am Lady Jennifer Suzanne Norfolk, so sometimes you might see some of my emails and Instagram stuff that might actually use my real birth, Lady Jennifer Suzanne Norfolk stuff, because I don't want to like disconnect it and say it was never there and isn't part of my history. It is, and at some point it'll be in a book of memoirs. And on that note, I'm going to go and submit some material to a chapter about a book of my memoirs. So I'm going to go and do some of that now, and I'll see you guys out there this week sometime, and look forward to Vancouver helping me and the strike, creating a better future for everyone. Let's go to the future together. And this is Future Productions signing out, aka also the I Am Just Jen YouTube channel. Bye for now, guys.